You already know what it feels like. You close your eyes, you're exhausted, and yet somehow sleep just does not come the way it used to. Or maybe you fall asleep fine, but you wake up at 2 in the morning with your mind racing and you cannot figure out why. And then you spend the entire next day dragging yourself through meetings, through conversations, through meals, through life, feeling like a ghost version of yourself. That is not just tiredness. That is something deeper happening inside your body, and most people never figure out what it actually is. Here is what nobody tells you. The biggest mistakes ruining your sleep are not the obvious ones. They are not keeping your phone in bed or drinking coffee too late. Those things matter, but they are surface level. The real damage is being done quietly, invisibly, by habits and patterns that feel completely harmless. That is what we are going to get into today, and I promise you, by the time we are done, you are going to look at your nights completely differently. But before we go deeper, I want you to know something. If any of what I share today resonates with you on a real level, we have put together some related programs that are linked down below in the video description. They go far beyond what we can cover here. And honestly, most people who need them most are the ones who scroll right past them thinking they can figure this out alone. Do not be that person. Take a look before you keep telling yourself you will deal with it later, because later has a way of turning into years. Now let us talk about what is really happening. Picture this. It is 11 at night, the lights are dim, you feel genuinely tired, you lie down, but instead of drifting off, your body is stuck in this weird alert state. Your heart is slightly elevated. Your thoughts will not slow down. You feel like you should be sleeping, but something is keeping you just below the surface. That feeling has a name. It is called hyperarousal, and it is one of the most underdiagnosed reasons why millions of people wake up exhausted every single morning. What causes it? One of the biggest culprits is light exposure, and not just the blue light from screens. Any bright light in the 2 hours before you sleep sends a signal to your brain that it is still daytime. Your brain then suppresses melatonin production, which is the hormone that tells your body the night has arrived and it is time to shut down. So your body is sitting there at 11 at night, physiologically convinced it is 3 in the afternoon, and you are wondering why you cannot sleep. Studies show that people who dim their lights significantly in the evening fall asleep on average 25 minutes faster and experience dramatically better deep sleep quality. That is almost half an hour of time given back to you every single night just by making your environment match your biology. Over a week, that is close to 3 extra hours of real restorative sleep. But here is where it gets even more interesting. And this is the part most people completely miss. Temperature. Your body needs to drop its core temperature by about 1 to 1.5 degrees Fahrenheit to initiate and maintain deep sleep. When your bedroom is even slightly too warm, your body cannot complete that thermal transition. The result is you spend more time in light fragmented sleep and less time in the deep slow wave sleep where actual cellular repair, memory consolidation, and hormonal restoration happen. Researchers have found that people sleeping in rooms that are just 2 to 3 degrees too warm show significantly higher cortisol levels in the morning. Cortisol is your stress hormone. So you are waking up already stressed before the day has even touched you. Think about what that does to your life. You start every day in a biological deficit. Your patience is shorter. Your focus is fractured. Your emotional resilience is basically non-existent. You snap at people you love. You make decisions you later regret. You reach for sugar, caffeine, anything to get through the afternoon. And then you feel guilty about all of it, which spikes your stress, which makes the next night even worse. It becomes this relentless cycle that slowly eats away at the life you are trying to build. Now here is a pattern that almost nobody talks about. And this one changed everything for thousands of people who thought they had tried everything. It is called social jet lag. And it is not about travel at all. It happens when your sleep schedule on weekdays is wildly different from your weekends. You stay up late on Friday and Saturday, sleep in on Sunday, and then try to go to bed at your usual time Sunday night. Your internal clock is confused. It thinks it is in a different time zone. Researchers who study circadian biology found that even a 90-minute shift in your sleep timing across the week is enough to impair metabolic function, increase inflammation markers in the blood, and reduce cognitive performance significantly. You are doing this to yourself every single week, and you do not even realize it. Your body runs on rhythms. Every single cell in your body has a tiny internal clock. When those clocks fall out of sync with each other and with the external world, things start to break down in very real physical ways. Gut health deteriorates, immune function weakens, mood regulation becomes unstable. And the frightening part is these are not abstract long-term risks. These are things happening inside you right now, today, if your sleep schedule is inconsistent. And here is something that will probably surprise you. Many people who think they sleep enough are actually chronically sleep deprived because of what sleep researchers call sleep debt and sleep quality deficits. You might be spending 8 hours in bed but only getting 5 to 6 hours of genuinely restorative sleep because of fragmentation, temperature issues, light disruption, and schedule inconsistency working against you simultaneously. The body does not just need duration, it needs architecture. It needs the right stages and the right amounts at the right times. When you actually get that, the transformation is extraordinary. People who fix their sleep architecture report waking up feeling genuinely refreshed for the first time in years. Their mental clarity sharpens in ways that feel almost shocking. Their emotional baseline shifts. Things that used to trigger anxiety or frustration just roll off them. Their body composition improves because their hunger hormones normalize. Their skin looks better. Their relationships improve because they stop being reactive and exhausted all the time. Their work output doubles not because they are working more, but because their brain is actually operating at full capacity. This is not a small thing. Sleep is not a lifestyle accessory. It is the biological foundation that every single other part of your health sits on top of.
And when that foundation is cracked, everything else in your life reflects it, whether you can see it clearly or not.
Now let us talk about what actually works. Not the surface-level tips you have already heard 100 times. The real mechanics. Consistency in your sleep and wake time is the single highest leverage intervention you can make. Not supplements, not gadgets, not sleep tracking apps. The body is a rhythm machine, and it rewards consistency more than almost anything else. Pick a wake time and hold it even on weekends. Within 2 to 3 weeks, your body will naturally begin to feel sleepy at the right time because your circadian system has locked onto a reliable pattern. Strategic light exposure in the morning is the second pillar. Getting bright natural light in your eyes within 30 to 45 minutes of waking triggers a cortisol pulse that sets your internal clock for the entire day. That cortisol pulse, which feels counterintuitive because we usually think of cortisol as bad, is actually your body's alerting signal that cascades into a sleep signal about 14 to 16 hours later. Morning light literally programs your night. The third thing that changes everything is managing your nervous system state in the evening. Not just screens. Your nervous system cannot move from high alert to deep rest in minutes. It needs a buffer. Even 20 minutes of intentional winding down, gentle movement, reduced stimulation, lower light, cooler temperature, dramatically improves sleep onset and sleep depth in ways that compound over time. If you have been struggling with this for months or years and you feel like you have tried things and nothing has worked, I want you to know that it is not because you are broken. It is because you have been given incomplete information. The programs linked in the description below go into everything in the kind of depth and specificity that actually creates lasting change. People who take action on this information do not just sleep better, they get their lives back. The people who wait always wish they had started sooner. The link is right there below this video. The only question is whether you decide today is the day you stop settling for exhausted.